Good evening, everybody. How are you? How are you doing?
Baruch Hashem.
Hashem, thank you, Rav.
Okay, I forgot to send you the topic because I was too busy today, unfortunately. But I want to continue from yesterday. We talk about how to discipline a child. So you recall what we said yesterday?
Yes,
What did I say?
to be firm. Not
Yes.
once you set up rules, not to give in.
I said more than this, I think. No?
The Rav also said, in order to give discipline, you need to be disciplined yourself as a
Oh,
parent.
here we go.
Very good.
Here we go. That's exactly what I looked for. You're not gonna be able to discipline a child if you by yourself not disciplined. And it's a fundamental point. And what kind of discipline I spoke about? You remember? Outside discipline or inside discipline?
Inside.
Inside.
Meaning the discipline has to be in me. Already it's part of me, and if I'm saying I'm not going to move, it's not only from the outside, okay, do this, and then we give up. No. And kids, they can pick it up in a second if you mean what you're saying or if you don't mean it. And they'll take you for a ride. They're going to take you for a ride. So, now, when we going to shul, for example, are we behaving in shul the same way that behaving at home?
No. No, Rav.
Why not?
Because it's a holy place. It's a Mikdash Ma'at.
Okay. Now, when you're among your friends, are you behaving the same way that you're behaving at home?
No.
No. So, let's say in the shul, all of a sudden, I'm calm, quiet, and everything. Is that me?
Not
Or it's only from the outside?
Outside. Outside.
Okay, good. Now, so we have a tendency to do what? To fit ourselves in any community, any society, any place that we go, we want to fit ourselves into the crowd. Yes? Meaning we know over here what is allowed, what is not allowed. So we're acting accordingly. Yeah? When we go over there, we totally behaving in a different way. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So we know over here I have to be modest. There I can be loosen up a little bit because they don't care too much, right? In shul, I have to keep quiet. When I go outside, I talk. We try to fit ourselves. it's not a secret that we know people that, let's say, if he has the position in shul, for example, let's say he is the president and but when he comes home, he is like, like a cockroach. That's more. And the opposite. Some people outside, they can be, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you, When he comes home, Hashem Yerachem. Okay? So some people will call it good actors. Yeah. Because what happened when you're talking to the Rav, for example? Or you're talking to your son's Rabbi. Are you going to talk to them in the same way that you're talking to your friends?
No.
Okay? So now, you think that the kids also knows this?
Yes.
When your kid going to his friend's house, is he acting the same way that he is acting in your house?
No.
Why not?
Because they're in a different environment and they mesh themselves in there.
Oh, so they know, right?
Yes, they're aware. Yes, Rav.
Okay. Meaning the kids know exactly whom they're dealing with. So every child knows what he can allow himself and what he cannot allow himself. They know. And he knows what the parents will not let it happen no matter what. Like yesterday, I told you about Yom Kippur or Yom Shabbat. If he wants to open something electric, you're not going to let it happen. And he knows not to try this much. So not only us knows how to behave in certain situations, the kids also know at home. How many times did you hear in the PTA that your child behaving very nicely in school? And you're asking the teacher, are you talking about my son? He said, yes, why? He said, in the house he's a terrorist. So how come in the school he is good, he is behaving in the right way and not at home? If I'll tell you to sing a song, right? Let's say you are in New Jersey. And say, I don't know the song. And I tell, why don't you sing? He said, because I don't know the song. When he'll get to New York, he will know the song. Huh?
No.
No. No.
So if he behaving bad behavior in the house, it should be the same way in school. So how come one time, how many times did it happen that your child went to a friend's house and the mother gave you a call and she said, you have a very good child, very well behaved, and you're asking her, did he eat? You say, whatever we served, he ate. Ma, are you talking about my child? Yes. So if he is not an eater, he will not eat anywhere. If he is bad, if he has bad behavior, he will be everywhere. How come he yes and he no? How come?
Because he knows he cannot get away with it, or he has
Oh,
boundaries.
so they know where to cry, next whom to cry.
Yes.
They know whom to bribe, who not to bribe.
They know what buttons to push.
Oh, la la. And they know the weak spots by the parents also. What should I ask Abba? And what should I ask Ima?
Oh,
They know very well. They're good, very good. Okay? He came home with a bad report card. He said, I'll show it to mommy because my father will kill me. Ima will tell him, Ima will teach him already how to lie. They know. Okay? They need a note why they're coming late to school. Is he going to ask it from Abba or from Ima?
Ima.
Ima has to be the korban, the liar. All the time she has to lie for the kids, right? Because Abba will say right away, good for you. You're going to get punished now. So he knows I'm not going to my Abba. I know the mentality of Abba. So kids knows when, how, and to which ear they should talk, next to whom I can cry and get what I want, and when they know it's a waste of time, it's not going to work. They're very good. And they're very creative. They're using every tactic they can just to reveal more weaknesses that we have. You don't think that a child 6, 7, 8 years old can do it? Huh? I have a surprise for you, all of you. They're doing very well. How many parents are exhausted? Are we exhausting them or they exhausting us?
The kids exhausting the parents.
How can it be? They're going to exhaust us. What a shame. So now you know, a child will not put any pressure on you when he knows he's not going to help him. If they keep coming with demands, they know they can get it. A child that knows that any tantrum that he's going to throw, he's going to fall on the kitchen floor, bang with his leg, I hate you, then we're not going to budge. You think he will do it one more time? Maybe yes, maybe 2 more times even, but it will fade away. You see that this tactics not working. And a child will not do things that he knows he already crossed all the lines. He knows the borders. And they know already how bad they can be without any punishment. They know. You know, we think they just, it's coming like that. No. No. Almost every time when the parents come to complain about the child behavior, I say, how is he behaving in school? And even in school, you can hear in the morning, he's very good. Afternoon, he's a terrorist. Why? Why is it?
In the afternoon, there's the female teachers, the marot.
Because by afternoon, he's already mentally ready for home.
Afternoon, he knows
It's
the
home.
teachers are vulnerable. He knows over there
Oh,
he can make a killing and nobody will punish him.
you mean afternoon in school? Oh, in school. Okay, I thought at home.
By the Rabbi in the class, they sitting like lambs. Because they know, in the mind they know. A parent came to me once and said, I don't know what to do with my child. I said, what? He said, this child is not sitting in one place. He's jumping all over the place. With his shoes on the sofa, doing this, doing that, big balagan. Sometimes he breaks even the furniture. I asked him a question. And what are you doing? He says, we don't know what to do. Whatever we're doing to him doesn't help. So I asked him, did it happen once that he went to the place when you have all the silverware? The menorah. Did he open this and he took everything out? He said, no, this he will not do. I was asking him, did he took your hat and he decided to make it a ball? He took your hat and he squeezed it. He said, no, this he will not do. And I was asking him, according to you, why the child would not do so? A terrorist is always a terrorist. He doesn't care. Why is he doing it? And he answered. He said that my child knows that if he'll do this, I'm gonna whack him so bad. So he knows where is the line. He knows where is the line. He knows where you're gonna whack him. He said, this already went overboard. So I'll tell you what. Once I saw a mother chasing after the child on the sidewalk, and she screaming at him, Moshe, Moshe, if I'm gonna catch you, you see what I'm gonna do to you. If I'm gonna catch you, and the child was, well, Doesn't pay attention. Moshe, you're going to see what I'm going to do to you. I'm just going to catch you. And now he got into the sidewalk, is on the edge of the street now. He has to cross the street. You think he crossed? He stopped. Why did he stop? So somebody asked him, why did you stop? And you know what he said? I'll give you one guess. What did he say?
My
Mom
mom
said
not
never-
gonna do anything.
What?
Mom not gonna do anything.
No,
The opposite.
no.
Mom's gonna get very mad if I cross the street.
So
Punishment.
listen to what he said. He said, if I'll go down to the street now, behemet, she's gonna whack me. Meaning all the screams that she screamed, if I'm gonna catch you, I'm gonna whack you, he was not afraid. Why? Because it's worthless. She's not gonna do it. When did he stop?
Before he crossed the street,
Why?
because he knew that she was going to do what she said.
There, Ima will not,
Give in.
No.
Ima will get serious over there.
Yeah.
So all the screams on the sidewalk was on deaf ears. He didn't pay attention before. Meaning they know what they're doing. The problem is we don't know what we're doing. So the children knows very well when you threatening them, they know you're serious, and they know when you're not serious. I know very well. When parents come to me and say, we cannot discipline our child, he doesn't want to listen to us, what are we going to do? I say, you know what? I have an idea for you. Ask the child himself. Ask the child. He'll tell you why he is not listening. Because all these things that you're saying is from the outside. He knows that we're not disciplined. Is the kids, sometimes they let you rest a little bit, or they're always checking how much patience we have, how fast we get out of ourselves. Are they resting from time to time?
No.
No, right? You're right. Yes, David, you're right.
Always pushing the envelope.
Yes. They want to see what's the limit. What's the limit?
That's correct.
So why? Because they know we, the parents, we have other issues also to take care of. So sometimes we saying things and then we close our eyes and says, okay, I have more important things to do. So I told them to clean. If it didn't clean, okay. The child got already a message. When Ima said, go clean the toys. Over here it goes in, over here it goes out. V'shalom Yisrael.
Rabbi,
Yes.
but it's not just with children, it's human nature in general, right?
Yes. Yes. When you're serious, people know that you mean business.
Yeah.
So now, the kids don't have the worries that we have. They don't have worried about parnasah. They don't have worried about this and that, right? So they very much focused on every error that we do. Right away, they happen. They get it into the system and they know that's it. I know what to do. And they interpret it as weakness. Ima is weak. Abba is weak. They don't know that we have other things that we have to take care of. They see us as weak people. How many times we let things that we say no, 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 and then the child, the nudnik, wing, ding, ding, I want to go, I want to this. And say, oof, okay, just leave me alone. How many times did it happen? Anybody home?
Many, many.
Many. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself.
If you don't nip it in the butt, it will constantly continue.
How many times we gave in?
Most
More
of the
often
time,
than
Rabbi.
we
Most
should.
of the time.
Yeah,
Why?
because we pick our battles.
Not with your kids. They'll look at you as a weak person.
Yeah.
And they're going to take you for a ride, a joyride. So we taught the child that we're not serious and you can cross the boundaries.
But Rabbi, how about like in my case, for example, again, like we talked about in the past, the tradition and cultural, it's like when it came to respect and mannerism and stuff like that, my children never crossed the line. So don't you then, if they're in that aspect well behaved, don't you pick your battles with other things? I mean,
Why they respected? Because they knew this is a red line that they're not going to cross.
that's correct.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You have to understand, the kids knows what they're doing.
Yes.
Every time we give in, they interpret it, Ima is weak. Abba is weak. And yet, if the parents contradicting each other next to the child, I cannot even stop to tell you what disaster is this.
Yeah, that is very bad. But how about if you, like, for example, with the children, you kind of like want them to also experience in life. And sometimes, you said yourself that sometimes experiencing, certain things and learning that it's wrong, it's a good thing.
Not when it comes to them.
So then where's the fine line again about, not forcing them and not being a boss or anything like that. And yet at the same time, I guess by leading by example, but there's certain things that has no bearing on your life, on how you're raising a child. It's like you don't lead by example in certain things.
Okay, I think we spoke about it. Forcing is something else totally.
Yeah.
Totally something else that this we need, Meaning, if a child don't like to read, are you going to force him to read?
Based on yesterday, no.
No. Why should you force him? The child don't want to eat. Are you going to force him to eat?
No.
That's called force. It's called force. To read is obligation or it's a privilege.
Privilege.
So he doesn't want this ice cream. Okay, fine. Why should I force him? But there is no business that we know and no shul that we know, and everywhere that you go, there is rules and boundaries
Yes.
that we have to accept. Otherwise, is it going to be a total chaos?
I understand. There's
That's not forcing. This is implementing rules.
Yeah. We're talking then strictly rules. Okay.
Yeah.
And boundaries. Okay.
So now, we teaching the child actually to cross the boundaries. If you set up a system, okay, that's the boundaries and nobody should cross this. No one, none of the kids. Shouldn't we stand on it? I'm going to let you play with the toys, but the rule in the house is whoever plays have to put the toys back in place. Okay? And you're saying what's going to happen if you're not going to follow these rules? What's the consequence? Say bye-bye to the toy because it goes straight to the garbage and we're not going to buy you a new one because you have to learn how to keep yours and don't cross the rules of the house. You think they're not going to test you? What do you think? Of course they're going to test you.
They will test.
And the garbage can will be very happy because toy after toy will fly there. But when the kid sees that what you're saying have teeth, you mean business, and you're throwing things even though they're expensive and they use it only one time. As a bye-bye, Habibi. Then you see, then you find another excuse to buy him another toy. Now let's see if it registered in the child that when I'm saying to you, when you play, you have to put everything back. Let's see if it's went through or not. If it's happening again, this child, I'm telling you, he knows you mean business. The problem is we're giving in. We're teaching them how to fool us. We're teaching them. Okay, your child coming home. Here we go, from school. Mommy, I want a candy. Mommy says no. What's the reason? There is no reason that I should give you a candy now. Not before dinner. But the child is not giving up so fast. Mommy, please, I want a candy. I'll do this, I'll do this. Mommy, please, can I have a candy? And I know most of the mothers over here say, okay, no, give him a candy, okay. You said no? Did you say no?
Yeah.
Yes, no is no, but they give it.
If the world will turn upside down now, you know what upside down means? Earthquake. When he sees that he is begging, asking, Ima, please, you know, mommy is not budging. Okay, let's go to plan B. And what is plan B? Screaming and crying. That's plan B. He's laying on the floor, kicking. You're not a good mother. You don't love me. I'm not going to eat if you're not going to give me a candy. And Ima trying to talk to him, begging him actually, give it up already. We have to eat dinner first. Now the food got cold already, and his screaming already made a hole in your brain. You can't take it anymore. Ima have no more nerve system left. And she give in, and she giving the child the candy. But she gave it to him and said, from here on, I want you to behave nicely and stop being a nudnik. What do you think the child will do now?
Act the same way just to get it, to do the same scenario as he did before to get
Yes, he must be a very. Until next time, of course, he'll promise because he has the candy already. He'll promise you the whole world. And he's not only eating a candy, his ego is a Ima lost, I won. He wants to put a medal for himself. What a shame, right?
Yeah.
I'm presenting it this way, so you should see from the outside how it looks. When we are in the midst of it, we don't see this. When you put these things on the operating table, you see what's flying under your nose. And now Naphtali got a new weapon. You are a bad mother. He said, when I say this, Ima gave in. So every time I'm going to use the same weapon, you don't want to take me to the park. You are a bad mother. Every child is on the park, only you. He will shoot. He knows already that the one time he did it, it worked. It should work one more time. This is the weak spot of Ima. You bet Ima. So who taught the child to be such a good manipulator? Who was the teacher?
Ima.
So all the bad behavior that's coming into your house from the kids, we are the teachers. I know you don't like what I'm saying. I know that. But I want to tell you something. I'm not here for you to enjoy what I'm saying. I'm here to teach. And sometimes by teaching, you're going to hear things that you don't like. Okay. But at least you're learning. And I have a secret for you. When you're enjoying it, you're not going to learn it. Why are you enjoying? Because it went from one ear and it went out from the other ear. So I'm not obligated. It was a good entertainer. Good entertainment.
Also, Harav, from older people, it doesn't, no matter how old you are and they are, it never goes away. Whatever you set up continues. You still have to fight that. Like we have to fight when we say, you know, we're doing something for Frumkeit, we have to keep our word and we have to be united. We can't give in.
Can't oscillate. Yeah.
And we can't, if we say that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you one more point. It just came into my mind. The kids will not remember when you told them no park, no pizza, no this. They don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember when my parents told me no and this. I don't remember. Amen. And they told me no. I'm sure they told me no. But one thing the kids will never forget. The arguments between the husband and the wife next to them. This is a scar that will never go away. And this has to stop immediately. If you love your children, you're scarring the kids. You take a knife and you scar the neshama, you're scarring them. How can you do this to your own child that you claim that you love? That's love. And the kids will remember it forever. They devastated. Because they love Abba and they love Ima, and they don't know what's going on over here. The whole ground underneath them shaking. They're losing it. They're terrified that they're going to get an anxiety. What I'm saying now is a piece of cake. The child will not remember this. Why every therapist, as soon as you sit down and say, okay, let's go back. How was the relationship between your parents? Because the therapist they taught him in school that the problem is right there. What you see over here is the results from there. So in order to treat this one, you have to go to the foundation, where it came from. Now, many calls I get, Abba is much more Kara, Ima she is more Kara, all the opposite. Abba is Kara, Ima she is there. Hashem did it on purpose. Hashem did it on purpose. The concept is the same, the concept. My advice to all of you, let Ima deal with the child. She knows this child was developed inside of her. The neshama got over there. She knows the child very well. But Ima also should know when the child wants to cross a boundary, she will stay strong. And then say, if you're not going to listen, I'm going to call Abba. Abba is coming now as the authority of the house. Ima calling the general now. Here comes the general. What's going on over here? Now they know Abba is tough. But the softness of Ima and Abba toughness working together. We need two like this. One kacha and one kacha. But you have to know how to use it. In every house, somebody have to be softer, somebody have to be tougher. It's not all the time soft, and not all the time tough. It's not going to work. We need a balance. And the balance is when parents have good relationship. Even though they come from two different schools. But when the concept is the same, it's very easy to control all this. Ima will tell Abba, when I need you, I'll call you and you come and I'm out of this game. You can do whatever you want. But sometimes next to the kids. Behemet, I don't understand. Next to the kids, you're screaming at your wife or she screams at you. Why did you say that? Thought you told him like this? He'll forget it. The child will forget it. This episode, you'll never forget. Not to talk about his self-confidence. Why? So this is a message that I must take off my chest. I'm hearing it day in and day out. Enough with this already. You have to control yourself. You think your husband is wrong and the wife is wrong and so on. Many times the Shlom Bayit problems goes to the kids. I'll tell you why. Let's say, for example, the kids have, for example, bar mitzvah. And he's a kid, He's taking it easy, it's going to be okay. So one of the parents, he says, but we don't want to get embarrassed if you will not know how. So whom are you worried about, the kid or you? You were bar mitzvah already. Now it's his turn. He doesn't like the privilege, okay. He will do bad, so he will know in life there is a consequence. Why to force him? That's called force. David,
Yes, Rabbi. I'm
that's
listening.
called force.
Yes, I understand. Differentiating between rules and privileges.
Oh, yes. Yes, very good. Very well said. Another example. You're telling your child, go to sleep. First of all, you don't say you're going to sleep. Abba and Ima saying it's sleep time. Do you hear what I'm saying? When you're saying you, okay, you, so he will decide if he wants to go or not. Authority don't talk like that. Abba and Ima saying that everybody has to sleep now. Abba and Ima. Because what happened if you're saying you? Meaning he also has something to say. He can resist. And what happens? He wants to store time, yes?
Yes.
At night time, many parents complaining until we're putting the kids to sleep, we're exhausted already. So that here comes the child. Mommy, 5 more minutes. Mommy, I didn't finish the game yet. And you, okay. Then you bad mother, yes. You have to know how to control yourself so you don't finish the game. Who said that you have to finish? The rule of the house, 7:30, you're going to sleep. So Abba and Ima saying, sleep time now. Ow. Sleep time. And if we're going to let it happen, so he said, they say 7:30, it's not 7:30. And they scream and they yell, okay. That's what happened. So we are not disciplined. We. You know, in the yeshivot, what do you think they teaching you? Discipline. Even the mitzvot is disciplined. There is time for tefillah, yes?
Yes.
You cannot pray shacharit afternoon. Why? To discipline you. Kriya Shema has time. And imagine you going to the army. Why? What a discipline. And it's not only from the outside. When we say something, we mean it all the way.
Well, if Abba is not home, you still say that? You still
Yes.
say
Yeah.
even if he's not home.
I'm talking on behalf of both of us.
Mhm. Okay, thanks.
Abba and Ima saying we're going to sleep. That's the rule. Because when you say you, why not him? It's not you. That's the rule of the house.
And
So
also,
let me tell you something. If you think that what I'm saying now, it will work like a magic, sorry to disappoint you. It's not. The kids will try you. Will take you all the way. And then they'll try other things. You'll stick to your guns. And if he'll see that every highway that he tried, it doesn't work, then he will know my parents are serious, and his self-confidence will be good because my parents know what they're doing. So no more bribery, no more extortions, no more. Meaning, Eva and Abba, we see they change the tactics. Pitob, you see a different child. And you're doing well. You're preparing him for a lifetime. You're preparing him for life.
Can I ask a question that's not related to what Rabbi said? It's not regarding the bedtime, but it's in regards of teenagers who are bachurim in yeshiva and they dorm.
This is a different topic.
No, it's not about that. It's just the question is like today there was something that happened in Flatbush. I don't know if Rabbi is aware with
I know.
Bachar. So now, you as a mother who knows that your son is in dorm, and you know the yeshiva boys, you know the boys are boys, they walk together, and you trying to explain to your child to be careful, and you're trying to explain to him like watch yourself because this and this happened, you know, he might not be worried about you, and the child maybe he does know, but how do you know that the child is expected of what you said? Like how do you rely that he understood what you said? Because sometimes they're like, okay, Ima, okay, like they show you that they listen to you, just not for you not to be worried. But how do you explain to them to be secured and you know what I mean, right?
Don't you think they know?
Right, but sometimes like they walk at night from yeshiva to the dorm.
The yeshiva now will not let it happen.
No, not to go somewhere with boys. I mean, from the yeshiva to the dorm. Sometimes they have shiurim till late, or they have to go daven mariv or stuff. So,
okay, so the yeshiva now have to supply protection. They know what to do.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi.
So we have to summarize what we spoke about. Number one, Abba and Ima working as a unit. No matter who come from what school, This one have the iron fist. She is more American, kazoti, be more liberal. If you know what you're doing, if the relationship is good, you can use these two tools. As I told you many times, what they teaching today is too far left what it used to be in our countries, right? If it's Russia, it's Iran, or something, was too far to the right. The Torah is not too far right and left. The Torah says small, the left hand pushing out, the right hand, you need two hands. You need the system and this one in order to combine them and to bring it to the Torah way, which is in the middle. Sometimes you have to be like in Iran. Sometimes you have to be American. You have to juggle and you have to know how to juggle it. And then it will be much easier. We always gonna have challenges. The kids will not leave you alone until they'll grow up and they'll start to understand that what we did was for their own good. Until then, it's a challenge. Okay, good. But at least we are in the same page. So the challenge being carried by two people, not one against each other. Okay?
Yes, Rabbi.
Did you get it?
Yes, Rav, thank you so
God
much.
willing.
Very good, Rabbi.
Very good. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on
Thank you.
time, 9 o'clock, because I have to go speak somewhere else, actually in my shul. Tomorrow we have a lecture, The Importance of the Jewish Woman.
Oh, wow, Rav, is that going to be on Zoom or recorded?
I don't know. Should we record it?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
That would be nice.
Good.
Take us with you, Rabbi. Take us with Zoom.
Okay, so I'll start here and then I'll finish there, okay?
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rav.
Thank you,
Because-
Rabbi. Thank you for your wisdom.
Because we have tomorrow night we have two speakers.
Wow.
That's very nice.
The first one is my student. He'll speak first. And then I'll come just to close the evening.
What time on Zoom, Rabbi?
You'll be at 9 o'clock and then I'll give you like a 15-minute break.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be back like 9:45 until I'll get to shul and I'll fix all this.
Very good.
Thank you,
Very
Rav.
good.
Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Rav, for ladies,
Thank you,
is
God
it
willing. Thank
12:30,
you,
Rav?
Rabbi. Thank you, Rabbi.
What?
Thank you.
Is the shiur for ladies by Leah's house on tomorrow at 12:30?
12:30, the show is on. Tomorrow, yes.
Thank you, Rav. Thank you.
12:30, yes.
Thanks.
Till tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
Thank you.
David.
Good night, Rav. Thank
you.
you.
Good night,
Thanks.
David.
Thank you. Good
Good
night.
night. Thank
Good
you,
night,
guys.
everybody.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
Ruben. Thank you,
Good
Abraham.
night. Good
Good
night.
night, everyone. Take
Good
care.
night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.